Hello and welcome to a game of Dota 2. You're watching StarLadder Star Series. It is, of course, still Season 8. You're in day 15 of the 30 days of group stages, so that means that after this game we're halfway through. And we, of course, are going to see Relax, You're Doing Fine, taking on Mousesports as the 5th game of 5 today. So this is our last match. I'm not by myself. I'm once again joined by Drage. Welcome back.
Thank you, Cheever.
So I have to just say that I like the new name. First of all, Relax, You're Doing Fine. It kind of does break things open in terms of when I'm talking about the team, then all of a sudden I have to say Relax, You're Doing Fine, and then everybody thinks, you know, what I'm talking about. It's like weird, but oh well. They are doing really well, by the way, or at least really well. They were in a bit of a slump, but they've played 10 games so far, 5 wins, 5 losses, so I guess they're doing okay. They're probably not gonna make it to the playoffs. For Mousesports, however, that's still a very likely possibility because they've only played 7 games and they've won 5, lost 2, and they are on a roll lately. They were able to beat Alliance, they were able to beat NextKZ, and that's the top 2 right now of the ladder. Actually, did they beat NextKZ? I think they did. Mousesports, yes, they did. They did.
I'm not gonna comment that because I don't know, but they look strong. Even without Syndrome, I think they even look maybe stronger, which is weird maybe, but they do.
Yeah, they've just played really good Dota lately. Very good synergy, and I think that is the key to Mousesports. Like, okay, the individual skill is there for sure, but they are just playing very good Dota. We're gonna see Bristleback once again this time on the side of Mousesports, and we are gonna see a Venomancer for the first time today, and he actually makes it to the first ban, which is kind of weird since we've seen him completely ignored for the rest of the day. We've also got a Nature's Prophet and an OD and a Lich banned out, making the Crystal Maiden the first pick, and the Brubik and the Bristleback second 2 pickups, with the Timbersaw the last pick for Relax, You're Doing Fine. What do you think of the name?
I was thinking that you said that to me because of my English, so I was really happy. But then I realized no, it's a really good name. I like it. I like Dread as well. He's a really good player. But there's a lot of these half-good Russian teams which hasn't really gotten to the top, and maybe this could be one of those teams.
That makes it to the top, or that's half good that doesn't make it to the top?
Yeah, I realized that sounded stupid. I mean that they will make it, of course. Sorry for that.
They're looking promising, to be honest. I think they just need a bit work on their coordination, but their skill is there, and yeah, we'll see how they do. We have a Pugnet and a Baden banned out, so that's 2 heroes you don't want to see in combination with the Bristleback, especially not after last game. The Gyrocopter is the one that Mousesports banned out. Not really a ban that I was expecting. I mean, if you look at the lineup of Relax, you see that they still need probably 1 support in mid lane and a carry, of course, as well. But I don't know, Gyrocopter, not the one that I would see ban out. More likely, I'd start banning out heroes that would counter my mid hero that I'm planning to pick up. But we'll see what they ban out last, because they have the chance to ban and then instantly pick a hero afterwards.
Yeah.
I just realized that we haven't really had too many good mid matchups today. Like fun ones.
The SF Dragonite was kind of fun, but that's because I'm an Alliance fan, maybe.
Yeah.
Now that's kind of cool. That's okay.
Dragonite normally is not really one of my favorite ones to watch in mid lane. He's normally very just dirty and sitting there and last sitting and boring. Though in that game he was a bit more active, but yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing an old school Queen of Pain Puck matchup or something like that. Of course, that's not going to happen because both of those have kind of fallen out of favor. Maybe Puck not as much, but still is not having as big of a success as he usually had. What else would I like to see? Mid. Alchemist. We had an Alchemist mid earlier today up against an OD. That was kind of okay.
Well, but wasn't that a boring game? Well, there you go. You got your Alchemist. Happy now?
Kinda. Depends on what he's going to do here. I mean, he could still go for a farming role, which is not fun. You could also still go for a normal support role, or for mid. We've seen him in all kind of variations today. So anything can go. We actually have seen Alchemist in all kind of variations today, haven't we?
Yeah, I think we have actually. Both roaming and mid, and yeah, exactly. Yeah. But that's because they are 2 heroes really. The meanie on the head, that's why he's so versatile, I think.
Yep, he can do multiple things. All depends on who has the control. Who has the control? Visage will be picked up still in the pool, picked up by Relax. So that's going to be a potential for an aggressive tri-lane. It doesn't need to be though. It can also be a very nice roaming combination with the slow of Visage setting up for the Frostbite or the Nova setting up for the nuke. Anything can happen there. It just has a lot to depend on who's going to be playing mid here. And I would really like to see that. Mousesports, why don't you pick up your mid hero right now? Assuming that Alchemist is probably not going to be mid. Hesijo Rotten. He was a mid player always. Exists as the mid player for Mousesports now, I think. But I would like to see Hesijo playing, because I think he's a stand in this game. But playing, like, he was a killer Queen of Pain. I wouldn't mind seeing that one. I wouldn't mind seeing an Evoker either. We haven't seen those today, and we've actually seen him making a bit of a comeback.
I just have to ask you something. Do Hestejo sound as stupid as it does in Swedish in your language?
Well, I like he was a I don't know I called his name for a while. Wow, I just stuttered a lot there, but he's been in a lot of teams already, and I just learned myself to call him Hestejo Rotten, and now it seems normal because I've said it so much. Because it's not Hestejo, it's just Hestejo Rotten, like that was behind it as well.
You say horse in your language?
Part.
Okay. We say hest. That's the problem, you know.
Okay. Then yes.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Then you can understand.
Give us a lion
Nice.
solo mid. Lion solo mid. Please. Lion solo mid. That would be very enjoyable. Please.
Really? You like him mid? You think it's action packed?
No, but he's gonna zap people. He's gonna get. The sooner he gets to level 6, the better. That's my reason for putting him mid. Shadow Shaman solo mid would be best. Shadow Shaman versus Shrek. Oh, make it happen.
That's funny.
10 seconds remaining.
I'm a really good Shadow Shaman mid, by the way. If you care.
Okay. Thank you for letting me know.
Turn to ban.
We should do that one-on-one, Leshrac versus Shadow Shaman.
Yeah, because I'm such a good player. I will be able to beat you with my Leshrac because my splitters are gonna hit you. Yeah, right.
Are you a bad player?
I am kind of a bad player.
10 seconds remaining.
I try. I'm very try-hard, but it's just never really working out. Why do you think people make fun of me?
You're just in the wrong team. Nothing else.
Nothing else. Yeah, that must be it. Well, we have got ourselves a puck banned, so that will be not a hero that we'll see anymore. And maybe, like, if you ban out a puck, which hero are you gonna expect to see still on there?
Oh god, I don't know. That Spectre is a really nasty pick, by the way.
I don't normally like Spectre, but I know that in the hands of Relax, they are not going to make it a passive one. He is going to be active the moment he reaches level 6. If there's things happening on the map, he'll be there.
Now they should pick up Shadow Fiend as last pick, the Mousesports. They don't really have any good ganks for him. I mean, obviously they can pick up a lane which can handle him, but that would make them have a really strong team. I say SF. What do you say?
For Relax?
No, for the others.
Well, there's always a Crystal Maiden Visage, but they do need some more late game potential, especially with the Spectre there. If we're gonna assume that Lion is in mid, which I guess it's gonna come down to, they need a SF or TA, maybe even. But then it doesn't make sense that they ban out the puck. That's weird.
No, but I think Mousesports is gonna pick up the SF. That's what
I know.
I mean, I think Lion is supports.
Yeah, I think so too. But it's like they need a bit of a mid that can also transition into more of a carry later on in the game.
10 seconds remaining.
That's what
I
think.
Do you think SF can do that?
SF can definitely do that. TA is a hero that can do that. Dragonite is a hero that can do that.
Death Prophet is a hero that can do that.
No, it's not really a hero that can do that, but does apply earlier pressure, and which might be possibly troublesome for Relax. It's gonna force that Spectre to go drums phase, and just start being involved early on.
Honestly, I really think DP can do it. I really do. It was not a joke. I think she is underrated as a late game carry as well. She can put a lot of pressure early on, and then later on she's just awesome.
If she has enough farm, then she can turn into a very big tank. And there's no way you can kill her then, because she's just going to be too tanky, and by the time you almost get her down, her exorcism will run out and will heal her up again. I mean, that's just the way things can go.
Yep.
But if she doesn't have an easy mid game, well then she's gonna be having some trouble. Like, which hero would you put up against a Death Prophet? Maybe a Night Stalker wouldn't be too bad of an idea.
Yeah, I mean, winning Death Prophet in the lane is not that hard, but you can put pressure and just stay back. So anything that they want to have, if they want utility here, a Night Stalker is of course good, but they can also go for something like a Shadow Fiend. But the risk is that the Lion and the Rubik is gonna roam, and then it's gonna be nasty.
How about a Viper?
Yeah, I don't even know if Viper wins DP that easy, because she can just stay back and nuke. But of course, Viper is always a problem, and he will probably win the lane. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's might not be so easy. But I'm gonna guess for I want to see SF. Please.
Well, in 8 seconds we'll know. Relax, you're doing fine. Are picking up the Bat Rider. Well, that's been a while. It's nice.
Okay, that's
I kind of like it.
That's okay. Yeah, me too.
Because
okay.
if Mousesports is indeed going to be going for this 5-man push kind of lineup, then you've got yourself a Bat Rider, you drag someone out, and all of a sudden there's only 4 people pushing you. And you might be able to outnumber them and kill them off. Yeah, I like it.
Yep, I like it too. But I'd rather play with the Mousesports picks here. What about you?
Well, the only hero I can play from this lineup is a Crystal Maiden, so, you know, I would play from Relax. No, that's not true.
You must have played with some people who are really not nice to you, but okay, that's fair enough. I can't play anything from this pool, actually. My wife tells me that.
10 seconds remaining.
Well, I was gonna say she must not be very nice then, but that's not,
5 seconds
that's not
remaining.
nice. Well, we are gonna have ourselves the game. Let's see who's going where. I think it's not too surprising that we're gonna see probably just the mid matchup being the Death Prophet and the Bat Rider. But let's take a look and see for ourselves, as it seems like there's something wrong with my FPS. I have to quickly check if there's something mysteriously running in the background, because that would be a cause for something like this to happen, and that might actually be true. I think I fixed it. Semi-fixed it. It's good. Take a quick look at who is playing what. I'll introduce the Rockskis. We've got Dread playing the Visage. KSI will take on the Crystal Maiden. And then we'll leave Nexus to be the farming hero on. And then together they make a safe tri lane. The mid lane we've got ourselves Tamar Wild. He'll play the Bat Rider. And then on the off lane, of course, Shaklo will be playing the Timbersaw.
30 seconds to battle.
And that's it's gonna be Mouse for you. You're still here, right?
Sorry, I didn't click the button. There's something wrong with me. You were really fast. I'm gonna start from top with Ace playing the Bristleback, and then we have here on the somewhere between 2 lanes, Rise on the Lion, Crit on the Rubik, and Hestejo is playing the Death Prophet, the really funny nick, and it seems like Exist is gonna go middle with Alchemist.
Ooh, that means that. Oh, actually, I like that. Alchemist versus Bat Rider. It's not ideal. But at least, you know, you'll constantly have the lane pushed out. I don't think he can get any real last hits, though. Or maybe, well, maybe at the start, but we'll see. We've got Rise and Crit maybe trying to go for something. They would need to smoke for this, because there's already a Dire Ward giving some extra safety for that Bat Rider in the mid lane. We'll see. They smoke up. And they actually smoked up, making sure that there's not going to be any smokes on this side. That's good for them. They're going to try to take down Tamar Wild. Let's see if they can. There's going to be 2 disables. And actually 3 disables. Well, I don't think there's any doubt about him going down or not. That's going to be the sun coming out, and there's not even a 3rd disable needed. That's going to be first blood for Exist. Very important and good kill, good rotation. And, I mean, disables win the show here.
Definitely, and getting the bottle so early is nice. Oh, he might go down here.
God.
He has to be careful.
He actually, I mean, he did not lose stacks. Tamar Wild was back before his stack ran out of Sticky Napalm. That's pretty insane.
Yeah, definitely. That was weird.
That was very weird. Well, it was a good start of the game for Mousesports. Let's see if Exist can keep it up, because as I said, this is a difficult lane for him. And Tamar Wild should be having a fairly decent time there. And Well, we'll see if Exist can get some more help. The supports are actually... I like what Crit is doing. He is jungling with help of the telekinesis up to the high ground, putting someone on a creep on the high ground, and he'll take the creep wave with him. So that's gonna be good.
a nice trick.
It's gonna be also good to make sure the Timbersaw doesn't get as much. Just miss a complete wave. Putting Joe back on front.
But who do you think is on the clock here? Do you think they have to be careful about Spectra, or do you think they have a lineup who can deal with Spectra later on as well?
I think they have to be careful about Spectre, but like later on, if this goes really, really late, the biggest difference I think will be that Relax has got mostly Spectre to rely on, while Mousesports has an Alchemist and a Bristleback and a Death Prophet. And maybe I should have mentioned the Timbersaw as well, but overall, he's not going to be as big of an impact as a Bristleback nor as a Death Prophet is. Especially not with the amount of pushing power that comes out from the Death Prophet.
Yeah, I agree. And especially since they both have Hex and Silence, which is a big deal versus Timbersaw in my opinion.
Yeah, in the meantime, top lane has got some issues. Ace getting slowed down. And actually, with the Soul Substitute coming out, Ace might actually go down. The Frostbite coming in, that's going to be a pickup. Ace will drop solo off lane. Bristleback not working out.
And bottom?
Whoa, they are going to get that kill as well. Shaklo tries to get away. The Timber Chain will still latch, but Rubik already zapped him and killed him. And I am just going to check if my FPS is only for me or also for the stream. Because if it's also for the stream, then I might just have to restart my Dota, because this is kind of weird, to be honest. If there's actually people in the chat, which would of course be nice. We'll see. So far we've got ourselves an Alchemist that is actually, well, he's able to harass a bit with that Acid Spray, I guess. But he is sitting on 7-0 compared to the Batrider sitting on 18-3. So there's a big difference there in last hits.
Yeah, he's not really... It looks like he's not used to last hitting under the cloud.
Nope. It's just he can't. I mean, it's too risky to come in close here. I just don't know how he's gonna do it.
I mean...
Oh, sorry. Go.
Sorry, no, but I mean, he's just failing with his last hits. He's standing there, hitting, but he's too late. Now with the DD, it's all good.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, on the top lane, Ace is gonna go down again. The slow is there. Next will take a lot of beating from the tower, but he'll be okay. And overall, I'm gonna let you cast while I restart my Dota.
Oh my god.
Wait a second. I am first gonna see Exist with a double damage rune coming in with an Alchemist stun. He has to stun this up, but this is something that Timowat saw happen. Luckily, he has that Invis rune, otherwise Timowat could actually go on him. But yes, I will let you cast, and I'll be right back, because this is getting annoying.
Good luck.
Thanks. I will still be here, obviously, but I'll just be resetting. Is all.
I actually think it's a problem for this Spectre, even though he got some kills and he was part of some kills top. It takes a lot to kill that guy, and he's not going to be able to farm much up here. So I think it's a win for Bristol, even though he's feeding a little bit.
Well, is
Oh, middle. We got a kill here on the Alchemist goes down. Maiden makes a good movement towards a short kill with a flaming lasso under the tower. So that was good.
Nicely done. That means level 6 on the Alchemist or on the Batrider already. Really?
Yeah, almost soon level 7 here actually. That's a difference between. I mean, he died in the beginning, but if you kill someone that early, it doesn't really matter, does it?
True.
I don't know.
Well, on experience-wise, it doesn't. You're right.
Yeah. And the Hestio is of course farming bottom. He got 26 creep kills now. I don't really like having Death Prophet in an easy lane like this, but to get a good start to 6 so you can start pushing, I mean, I don't mind. I guess. Hestio. This nick is so funny.
Why? What does it say in Swedish?
Horseo. I mean, why would you name yourself Horseo?
Because I think he might actually... But maybe he's Danish, actually. Because I believe... Yeah, he's Danish, I think.
Yeah, I know he is. If you look at the net worth, it's... Well, Batrider is first now because he killed that Alchemist much later. No. What the happened there? He got rid of his bottle, actually. Anyway, Death Prophet is close behind, and Spectre has 2,200. So, do you think this Spectre will go for drums, like you said, or do you think it's gonna go for Radiance, or?
I hope for his sake it's gonna go drums phase, because I think he needs to be ready for when, indeed, the Radiant team will try to go for a push. As my Dota seems to be recovering, it's giving it some time.
Good. Am I controlling the screen now as well?
Nope, it's me.
That's really good, because I have no idea what I'm doing.
Okay. It doesn't seem to be completely fixed, but it's at least a bit better.
Oh, Alchemist is going down again in the middle, I guess.
And they hunt in, actually. They tried to help out. The hunt wasn't even needed. Where does the Spectre go to? He just stays stop, but he does get an assist for that kill. He's sitting on 3 assists. But that's an Alchemist dead again. I mean, that's going to be troublesome, because I mean, he is going to be the one to be, you know, having some extra mid-game presence, because Death Prophet, I mean, she is farming, of course, but she needs a bit more time to get all tanky and stuff. And Bristleback is not doing all too hot. I mean, he's gonna build his Vanguard at some point, but he's just not getting the gold. They need some towers for that to happen. And Ryze is still level 4. Also, I mean, they've got a lot of heroes that could actually potentially kill or carry the wagon, like at the 15 to 20 minute mark, but as it is now, they're delaying. Actually, they're fighting top. They're gonna get Nexus here. Nice rotation coming in. KSI and Dread on the run. Maybe Exist will start charging up a stun again in 4 seconds. Crit has got his telekinesis up, but won't be able to get a range. And in comes the stun. They're looking for KSI. They find it as well. The very short duration stun, but it doesn't matter. They just want him dead, and they're gonna get him too. Still take a bit of damage for it, but 4 to 4 right now. Good rotation coming out from that Alchemist. And from the Rubik, of course, as well.
Definitely. And then Ryze on the line is playing really smart here, instantly going to mid and getting his levels up. So he's not that far from 6 now, Shiver.
That's good. And apparently, with me disconnecting, you have to tell people on Dota TV to refresh this channel so that they don't hear the Chinese guy anymore.
Okay. So I should tell people to refresh the channel so they don't hear the Chinese guy anymore?
So you have to just switch to a different broadcaster and then switch back.
Switch to a different broadcaster and then switch back to hear Shiver again.
Yes, exactly. That's the way it is. If I disconnect them.
Wow, I'm really relaxed and I'm doing fine. So this is great.
That's great. That's exactly what you need to be, and that's exactly what the dire side hopes you are. I mean, right now, I am hoping for Mousesports to get their ball rolling soon. It really depends on when the Hasa decides to rotate. He's actually starting to build for an Aghanims first, by the looks of it. If that is indeed the case, I mean, I would find it awkward if you start with a point booster. Yeah, point booster. If you are gonna go for something else than an Aghanims, like maybe Bloodstone is still a hero or still an item that, you know, Death Prophet often goes for, but that as first item, I don't know.
I think Bloodstone is a shitty item, but Scepter would be even more shitty because it doesn't help your ultimate on Death Prophet.
You're right. Well, then it's I'm not agreeing with this point booster first. Well, maybe with phase boots, I guess it's the most cost efficient one in terms of what you get in return for it of the 3 orbs, or 3 boosters.
Yeah, but I think also Bloodstone is really a shitty item to get overall, and as a first item on Death Prophet is just ridiculous. So I am completely with you on that.
We'll see. We shall see. Exist in the meantime, making sure that at least later on in the game we'll have a bit of backup. He is stacking Ancients in the meantime, and it is gonna be a gank up on an Ace. And actually with the teleport in from Tamar Wild, they look to last him as well. Not even needed, never mind. They get the kill without it. That is Tamar Wild. First item, Boots of Travel, and he's already sitting at 1k, so he's even very close to his Blink Dagger as well. This is scary. Look at his net worth.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He's really owning.
He is really owning. We are 10 minutes into the game, 10 and a half, and he's got 71 last hits. And if you consider that 82 is the highest you can get in 10 minutes time, well, that's just impressive if you're up against someone else.
Yeah, definitely. And also you have to remember he died on level 1.
Yes.
It's kind of funny.
Didn't miss any last hits for that one though. He was back very fast.
No.
But yes.
But still, the start is kind of bad. Hestio gets his first tower.
Top tower is under attack.
There's the Finger of Death.
Hello, level 6 for Ryze. I like the Finger of Death. It helps with that extra burst damage that you just need to take down, for example, Spectres with before they get themselves away. Timber Saw as well, same story. Timber Saw just overall very armory, and of course, Finger of Death just nuke shoe anyway. So I like the pickup. I like also that they use it already. I think that Mousesports is doing for their, like, I think that they're quite happy with the way things are going right now. They feel quite comfortable in their playstyle, quite comfortable in how this game is going for them overall in terms of aggression. On the other side, I think Relax is thinking exactly the same, and that's what makes this game good, because both teams probably are thinking they're doing quite okay.
Yeah, I agree with you there. It seems like the Alchemist is going for a Midas, so he's not gonna stress anything in the early game. I mean, he has 2k gold, so I'm not guessing he's getting Radiance first. It would be fun.
If he would get a Midas, wouldn't he have bought it already?
Isn't it a little bit more expensive? 20
extra gold. That's all.
Oh, I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't really checked the stats on it.
It's 15, or it's 1550 for the recipe, and then 500 for the gloves of haste. So now he has it. If he wants it.
Now he has it. Let's see if we do it or not.
I am hoping for Shadow Blade first item. Oh, mechanism. Never mind. We're both wrong. Well, let's also first
that
tower
means,
down.
Yeah, no, the second actually.
Yeah.
And that means that they have decided to go as 5 early, and I think it's a good choice. I mean, they could also go for the late game, but why risk it versus a Spectral, kind of like you were talking about? It's not really that smart, because you always have to be a little bit worried about Spectra. I am, at least.
Yeah. I like that that they try it, though. If they indeed go for all 5, just, you know, push in. If they are successful with just 1 or 2 fights, they should be able to have the game in their pocket, because Nexus is going to be so shut down from it. He did pick up Face, but not Drums. Nice familiar disables, as we see that Tamer Wild is looking for something, but he doesn't have a Blink Dagger. He can buy it now if he wants to, but it's going to be too late, and they would fight in the Exorcism, and that's not where they want to be, so they're already backing off. Nice silence also coming out on Tamer Wild, as Ace just backs himself off. His Bristleback doing the work for him. In comes the Hunt. They're still looking to fight. They're getting the vision up on everybody. And KSI, can they actually do that, or are they just waiting for the Exorcism to be over? That could be just the latter one. They are still able to pick up the Lion with the nuke from the Visage. They're still chasing down Ace. Hesijo as well. Frostbite coming out on Ace. They're leaving Hesijo, and his Exorcism has ended. Now Tamer Wild will find the lasso. If he's just a little bit faster, he grabs someone else instead. He grabs Ace. Oh! That Death Prophet has almost got a double kill, but won't be able to pick up anybody anymore. This is 3 dead for 1. The Bed Rider still actually went down to the Death Prophet after all, and that's gonna make the trade still favorable for Relax. And I think that with this extra long chase from Relax, they kinda calmed Mousesports' temper again, for like their hunger for pushing in again. I mean, this will be Mousesports just going back to farming for a while, and I think that's what Relax were aiming for.
Yeah, can you help me out? I might have missed. Was Alchemist top and then he decided to TP out? Or was he just not there?
It was...
Okay.
I think he was top.
Because otherwise that was weird. He was so far out on the bottom lane. No. But, I mean, they lose 2 there. It's not a big deal, but as you said, I think it's a big deal for the mental part, because they feel like they have to go be careful. But let's see. Maybe they go as 5 again.
Yeah. Tamer Wild. He's got a lasso in a second, and of course with the previous fight he's got a Blink Dagger, so that's going to be a great one for him. Blink Dagger and Boot to Travel at 15 minutes in, even with dying twice. That is still quite impressive. A stun will fly out for him still. Telekinesis there as well, but they're not able to get him down, and in comes the rest of Relax. They're looking for something, but in comes the Exorcism coming out from Hesijo, and this is going to be Mousesports just at least taking a tower. If Relax doesn't want this to happen, they'll have to fight into the Exorcism, and they can't do that. Exist will land a stun, another one up on Tamer Wild. He is able to blink forward, but it will still hit, and it will still hurt. But at least they can't go in on it.
It deals so much damage. So much damage. And Lion gets a Midas. Oh my god.
Yep, Lion Midas. It's interesting though, because normally you want to just, with Lion, you want to rush something like a Force Staff or a Blink Dagger or something like that, and I feel like in this game he could have gone that, considering the amount of pushing power they had and the amount of gold he'd get from towers, but still going for Hand of Midas. I guess it's already calculating in the phase after the towers are down, because going high ground against a team like Relax with the lineup that they have is not going to be easy, and they need that farm for that blink forward. They get a lasso up. This is Hesijo, and I think they'll be able to kill him off. Frostbite coming in as well as the Hunt. That's going to be a kill for the Spectre without her actually being there. Nicely done, Nexus. He has almost got his diffuser ready. He might not have gone for Drum, so still an item that allows him to fight fairly early on. I like it. And yeah, it's going pretty well for Relax. It's also going pretty well for Mousesports. The gold graph, though, shows in favor of Mousesports, of course, because they have got 3 tier 1 towers down and Relax has got 0. But considering that fact, if you calculate in those towers, it would be actually Relax that is in favor, as we have Ace teleporting into everybody of Relax here on the bottom lane. He is going to be in some trouble, but he is still a bristleback, so he's going to survive for quite some time, and he's actually buying time for his Alchemist to come in, and it forces Relax back. The rest of all of Mousesports coming in as well, the 2 supports. Crit and Rise. Let's see if they can find someone still with the Firefly. Telekinesis, he gets himself Dread. The Impale comes out as well, the Earth Spike. Dread will live though, will live to see another day. Oh, Finger of Death will pick up the Visage. Great Keeper's Cloak or not. And Visage himself not able to nuke down the Lion before he nuked him down. Nice kill, and with that, they can go on. That was nice.
That was really nice. Bristleback doing what Bristleback is the only one who can do. Oh, look at top. Pestio is dead actually. I thought he was bottom.
Well, he died bottom and then he teleported somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, Bristleback kind of like stopped them from doing that all by himself.
Nice telekinesis coming out from that Rubik. Timberwell jumped himself in and instantly got grabbed. Ooh, the stun comes out on Shacklow. Timber suck and he Timber chained himself away. Nope, he's X, he's dead. Nice pickup for Rise again. Timberwell not able to jump in anymore. There's nobody to do the damage. Actually, he does have some kind of backup. He's got himself the Crystal Maiden around there as well as the Visage, so perhaps it can pick someone off, but I don't
yeah, well, this is actually Rubik's familiars.
Yes, these are Rubik's familiars.
That's really cool.
That is really strong as well. Yeah, I mean, Visage's own familiars are picked off. They're not there. They're dead and they're on cooldown as well. And they have another exorcism in 30 seconds, so I think, I mean, Mousesports, they're just not looking to back off. They got the mechanism, they got the power, so they're just pushing onward. This is just one of those death ball things that Relax is going to try to delay, and that they're hoping that their Spectre can be big enough by the time that they're forced to fight.
Yeah, but as I said, DP is a big deal to fight versus, and then you have this acid spray cloud and a lot of like mecha and stuff. I think they have a really good strategy here, Mouse, and it's going to be exciting to see if they can finish this game in time or not.
Yeah, it's really it's a time bomb. So indeed, if they can finish this game in time or not, as we do have the Bloodstone build by the Death Prophet, by the way, that's the option that she went for. I guess there wasn't really anything else. Shackle also goes for Bloodstone, but he is still very far away. Well, he is still far away, I should say, not that far. Tier 1 tower, perhaps they can finally take this one down. There's only going to be one person defending it, or has Joe actually being supported by Crit, but they're going to be too late. Or actually, Fortification comes in. They really want to fight this. Tame of Out is still sitting here though, and they're going to silence up Shackle instead. The sun comes out as well. It is going to be the Bat Rider that just completely abandons his team. Really wants to go for the tower, but can't do it. Not with those teleports coming in, so the tower will get denied. Teleport out from Tame Wild. It is 1 kill going the way of Mousesports, 0 kills going the way of Relax, and they also do not get that tower. It looks like they want to get the Bristleback at least, though. They jump in on him. The dagger is there as well as the Frostbite, but it's still a Bristleback. And Nexus might indeed actually die. The freezing field is needed, but look at that damage. It's just not happening, and KSI is going to be picked up. Ace gets jumped by 3. Takes down 1 and lives to tell the tale. Well, that's gonna be lucky for him, or lucky or skill. Maybe he'll still go down with 5 stacks of sticky napalm. Tamer Wild really wants him, and in comes Nexus. He'll snipe the kill. Good that they finally managed to get that kill, and really needed as well. You can't afford to let Ace walk after that. That was just too big of a deal.
Yeah, but that was totally not worth it. I mean, this Spectre would have been better off just farming than trying to kill that bastard, because did you see how much damage that Spectre took? He couldn't even imagine it himself.
Yeah, he had to back off. He had to back off, because otherwise he would have died from the from the damage, basically. From the quills. Nice fortification, but the it's not going to be enough. The exorcism is still going to be there. And I don't think Relax, I mean, unless they get a very good lasso up, which is not yet there until 5 seconds from now, and it actually is going to be silenced up. Table Wild, he's not going to get anything off because he's dead. Buys back, teleports back, but this is going to be Mouse already getting a victory because they killed someone and they forced out a buyback, and they're going to back off. Their exorcism has run out. We also now have the Blink Dagger up on the Lion, and it looks like they might actually try to still teleport them or jump themselves in. The silence missing though. Alchemist will still look to charge off his stun, but will end up stunning himself. Might be the opening that what Tame Wild has been looking for, but no, he's not going to go for it. Not gonna go for it at all. He has got that lasso, but he's just so afraid of getting lifted the moment that he jumps off, or silenced the moment that he jumps in. The tower will still die, and this time it's Dread's Familiars that tried to deny that one, but I mean, it's still Mousesports that is ruling this game. Tamo Wild, can he grab someone? Is he gonna try? Yes, he's gonna try. He's gonna grab Ace, but he's getting lifted and hexed and stunned and killed, and his team is so far away that they cannot help him. He's already dead. They are fighting without the Death Prophet though. Maybe this is the time that Relax is gonna be able to get a fight going for them. They get the Alchemist at least, but Ace, he's just so tanky. They can't get him. They know it too. They back themselves off. They're not gonna continue chasing this, but Mousesports might force them to fight because in comes the Death Prophet as well. Rubik with the lasso. He really wants to use it. He already used his Blink Dagger though. They're gonna find maybe the Timber Saw, but they back themselves off through the river, and that should be the exit for Mousesports, or is it? Because I mean, they're sticking around. Alchemist or no?
Yeah. They should be so happy that the Alchemist didn't have mana for his mech, because if he did that, I think this game would have been so much worse for Relax. I mean, that fight.
Yes, I think so too. I mean, I think they can be happy that the Alchemist still went down. It was a bit of a you know, something that got thrown at them. Just here, take this, otherwise you're so sad. It is still Mousesports that is just very far ahead. I mean, it's still the moment that Relax takes all the outer towers, because there's still 4 towers setting on the side of Mousesports, but only 1 tower setting on the side of Relax. So 4 towers that leads to about 4,500 gold, and Mousesports is only about 7k gold ahead. So it's not as bad as it might look. I still think that they have definitely got a chance to come back, but they just keep getting picked off, and with I mean Tamo Wild just keeps getting picked off.
Yeah, he started out really great, as you said. A lot of last hits, doing good rotations, but now he's messing up a lot of fights for his team.
Yeah. He is. He is going to be the one to make sure that they can't... Like I mentioned this during the draft. If Mousesports is going to go for a 5-man death ball, then you want to have that Bat Rider to jump in and make sure that the fight is going to be 4 on 5. And he's just not able to make that happen. He doesn't get the jump on people. Like literally. He jumps on people, but then he can't lasso because he'll get silenced or telekinesis. Now he jumps on someone, but he's by himself. Ace. Not going to be the easiest target to take down, but they're going to try anyway. In comes the Hunt as well. Ace will end up going down, or will he? Yes, he will, but it's just an Aegis. Now they'll have to deal with the rest, because the rest is here. There is no exorcism yet, and they're going to try to go for Ace. The Freezing Field helping out. They can get it with help of that Freezing Field. They can. And now they look for more. The sun coming out on Tamo Wild, but they can't go in for it. Exist. And with that Chemical Rage on, very tanky. The Soul Assumption are coming in. It's not doing enough, so they change target. Go for the Death Prophet. The Exorcism is going to be on cooldown next time she gets back up, because she died. We'll be back up very shortly because her Bloodstone is up. Nobody dead on Relax. Wow. 3 dead on Mousesports. This is exactly the fight that Relax needed. That was, without that fight, we could have almost seen them roll over and call the GG, but this was needed. And now also Spectre almost has got her Manta Style ready. And they can get this tier 1 tower here as well, unless maybe Joe can get a deny it. No, Fortification comes out. Rise. Oh, Rise! The blink, nice. The finger! Down goes the Spectre. That's another deny going the way of Mousesports. That's our 2nd deny.
And that was an important series of events. Denying that tower and getting that kill on the Spectre was really important. And especially Rise, I think he played wrong in the earlier fight there. He was going in and trying to save the Bristleback who had an Aegis. He should have waited and then went in. So he really reclaimed himself. Help me out there. Redeemed, thank you.
Yeah, I mean that was very good. Picking up the Spectre, still the one late game hope for Relax. That's slowing him down. He had his mechanism otherwise, right, or a Manta Style otherwise right now, and now he doesn't. And in the meantime, Mousesports is still looking to take down that last tower. They might not have an Aegis anymore, but they still have a lot of pushing power. And for Relax, they're coming to that point where they're almost not going to be able to evade fights anymore, and they're going to have to fight Mousesports head on. And that's when this Bat Rider comes into play. He just needs to get his lassos properly, and he's not been able to do it all that much. I mean, he's getting some, but it's not been as good as it should have been. And Mousesports, yeah, they're not backing off. They've got everything that they need. They've got even the Heaven's Halberd up on the Bristleback. So even if Spectre jumps in and they find the right one, they can at least disarm her. We'll see.
I want to say something about the Tamo Wild though. poor him because it's a really hard lineup to jump in, and they have Hex and they have Lift and stuff. But he has still played bad, and here we go.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a very good one. He'll still get stunned up, but he just dragged that Death Prophet all the way back, and because of him, they have a chance to fight this. Maybe KSI is him too far. Still though, he lives for the moment. Well, will still get picked down by the quills of the Bristleback. Bedrider looking for more targets, finds himself Ace. They go for Ace. Nexus, can he get the kill? Soulstorm should fly out on someone else. They go for Rise. Rise will be picked up, and Ace as well. Double kill for the Timbersaw. And Exist still in the midst of all of this. He's gonna regret staying around. That is 4 dead on the side of Mousesports, and this is probably one of the better jumps that we've seen Tamerwild do. He is the sole reason they didn't lose that Rex right there. They get a team wipe up on Mousesports.
Oi.
Oh my god, that
was...
just completely changed the game dynamic around.
Yeah, it really did, and yeah. Spectre is now level 16. Oh, that's gonna be rough. Visage soon has a scepter. That was a really important fight. Really important fight.
Yeah. I mean, and they can take out some towers off the back of it as well, because the mid lane was in a decent position to be pushed into. And actually, Tamerwild, what are you doing, dude? He is still getting a lasso up on the Death Prophet. Oh, if they can kill her off again, only getting 4 charges left on her Bloodstone. They need to have some nuke damage though, but they don't have it. Finger of Death comes out nextly with the tower. He gets it. Rise. Oh my god, he keeps getting these kills. People start building cloaks against him, please. And they end up not getting the tower because Rise just, or Tamerwild just slightly too greedy there.
Yeah.
I can't believe that he actually got that kill. Rise. I mean, that was just sick.
Yeah, that's a really nice use of the Finger of Death. But they're gonna try to push again here.
Yes. Why not? They have the exorcism again. And they know that Tamerwild is dead, so, you know, that was the one hero that was really hurting them most, because he can jump in and he can do that, so yeah, why not go in? Bedrider does not have a buyback.
They have no glyph.
They have no glyph anymore, they will lose their racks. And actually in comes the Hunt, they're still wanting to fight this. Shakalo turned on his BKB, taking a lot of damage though. Nice also Chakram coming out for Rubik. He is however the first one to die. Down goes the line as well, that's the 2 supports picked up. Dread tries to flee outside of his base, but can't escape Nexus. Oh, Nexus is gonna get picked up. Ace gets himself another kill. Shakalo unstoppable though, and they are getting quite some kills, but is it enough? The lasso coming out, it is enough. Bristleback, the last one alive. They don't have a last 2 anymore. Please stop chasing Bristleback unless he turns around again. Actually, he wants to really go for that Crystal Maiden, but she backs up in time. She served her purpose. She was bait, and someone call a doctor because Shakalo is sick. Wicked sick. I always wanted to say that. I am sorry. I just really wanted to say that.
We all are sorry for that, Chief. It's okay. Actually, do you think that was enough? They got the racks, which is a big deal, but still, it looks like Relax is getting back into this game maybe too fast. Can Mouse really win this?
I think they still can. If they can get a pick off like that again, like pick off the Batrider and then go in. I don't think they were accounting for that Timbersaw, because he proved to be way more difficult to kill than initially thought. He has 20 stacks on his Bloodstone. He's got a BKB finished, and he is kind of the silent farmer here. He's been there. He's only died 3 times. He's been there the entire time, and we haven't really seen him having that big of an impact until now, I think. 20 stacks on his Bloodstone. That's insane. He'll respawn instantly if he dies. He can suicide and restart instantly, and then.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, you were talking about that already in the beginning, Shiva, that this Timber is going to be one of the core heroes, and I said nah, and we said yeah, but I think he really is now, and he's a force to be reckoned with in the fights as well.
Yes, I definitely think so. And I think also that Mousesports think so, because they just give a wicked 6 streak to him. Maybe a smoke gank wouldn't be too bad for Mousesports. I mean, they need an element of surprise. And, I mean, they've been ahead for a long time of this game. They're still only 5k gold ahead. There's still 3 towers standing on the map on the side of Mousesports on the outer towers, and the tower difference is actually 4 because of the tier 3 tower down as well. So once Relax got all those towers, the gold graph will actually be in favor of Relax. Experience graph tells the story more the way we feel it to be, because it is very much in favor of Relax. They've won the last couple of team fights where they've been able to just wipe out Mousesports. Bloodstone or no Bloodstones, buybacks or no buybacks, and Bristleback. I mean, I kind of feel like maybe Mousesports have missed their sweet spot time. Maybe they've missed their window of opportunity, and it's now late game. And even though we said that Mousesports was still going to be doing okay-ish late game, that Spectre is going to grow to the point where she at some point can take on everybody of Mousesports.
Yeah, but that was... I actually felt like Relax has got this game, but then they got this Rax top, and it's still a Rax, so I was thinking maybe I'm not really right. And I mean, Alchemist is still to get level 16, and so is the Death Prophet, and I think after that we will see if they can do this or not.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a very even game despite how the graphs look. And one good fight for either team can give them a lane of Rax that might be meaning the difference. And of course with Mousesports already having a Rax, pushing it is going to be easier for them. And on top of that, they have a lot more pushing power than Relax has. So Relax, they don't need to only win a fight, they need to own Mousesports. They need to destroy Mousesports before they can actually start pushing. While if Mousesports semi-win a fight, they can still take a tower down because they just got that kind of pushing lineup.
Yeah. I would really like to see a
Ooh, Roshan is going to be up
now.
again in a couple of seconds. It's still Cuirass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the Bristleback and the Assault Cuirass is a big deal for pushing as well, so...
Yeah, and just get that minus armor going on the towers. Roshan up again in 10 seconds. Doesn't look like Mousesports is going to try to go for it though. They're just going to try to push this. And because they are, Relax won't be able to take down Roshan either because they'll be forced to defend this. Maybe they can try and do something to this tier 2 bottom, but... I mean, as I said, they're just not that fast pushers. In the meantime, whoa, Nexus. This is troublesome. The disables are there. He's buying time for his team to be there. In comes the Mantis Tau. He gets himself into the... Yeah, he gets away. He gets himself into the tree line. Teleports out.
That was a weird call. I mean, like how they did that? Rice was... I don't know, that was weird.
If the rest of the team of Mousesports was faster, they would have been able to kill him off, and he wouldn't be in the next fight unless he had a buyback, which he actually does not. Oh, stun up on Dread. He might actually go down. The impales, they come out. The damage is too much. Death Prophet with the kill. Now no Visage. He's forced to buyback. I mean, buybacks are going to be more and more important as time goes on. And with actually buyback on cooldown for the Spectre, buyback just used for the Visage, Mousesports has a clear advantage in that regard.
But they shouldn't go back here. Oh,
Yeah,
they
they
were
were-
that KSI will push it.
They want to go for
in the
Roshan.
Roshan. Yeah, of course. I thought they were worried about the KSI. That would have been really weird. If they get this rush, that's a big deal. They should put it on the Bristleback, obviously, so he needs to make space.
Oh,
Whoa.
and Rise just jumped up on the Crystal Maiden. In comes a Finger of Death too, but KSI, he'll live. And he's actually able to do quite a lot of damage to that lion anyways. And it looks like they get themselves out. They get them out of the Roche Pit. The Haunt actually came in as well. They're able to kill off the Death Prophet as well. I followed the other kill, but that was a perfect link drag coming out from the Bad Rider. They were just able to nuke him down. And without the Death Prophet, well, hello, Roshan for Relax.
And this is for Timbersaw, or do you think they're gonna put it on? No, they're gonna put it on Spectra anyway.
Yeah, Spectre is needed. Especially because she doesn't have buyback. She's going for a hard, smart choice. Needs to just be survivable. If she can be in the fight long enough, then that fight will go their way.
Oh yeah, and Timber has Bloodstone, 21 chargers, and Boots of Travels, and I suggest them to use the Aegis on him. Maybe it's time to go to bed, Kim.
Well, you know, it's noble. Wanting to give it on the most tanky target. You never know. Smoke up, by the way, for Mousesports. They're looking for something here. And by the way, this is the last game anyway, so you know you'll get your wish soon enough. Oh, KSI, you're gonna be dead soon, boy.
Oh yeah, that's a nice pickup. But
Very.
this is gonna be a long game, Shiva, I think.
Yes, I think so too, especially because they just used the smoke gank to take down a Crystal Maiden, and that's not going to be enough of an incentive to go for a push, I think. And if they do go for a push, they're pushing into a lineup that has an Aegis and a Cheese, I believe, as well, right? Don't they have a Cheese? No, was it a second Roshan only? It was the second
I think that was the second, yeah.
So, I mean, do you really want to push against a lineup like that has been able to take you in a group fight the last couple of times?
No. A group fight is also
Team fight, really... group fight. Whoa, Timo out. He is running for his life right now. He is gonna be okay though. Hopefully for him, he's TPing out. No, he doesn't have a TP scroll. Oh, he has Boots of Travel on cooldown. They don't find him though. Or do they? It's daytime? No,
or do they?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
He's gone. Yeah. Risky. Because one of those pickoffs could actually give the game. One of those pickups on either Timbers or sorry, not Timbersaw, because he'll respawn. If they get the Aegis and the life of Nexus and they get the Bat Rider, it will be good. The Bat Rider actually still getting stunned up. They're still gonna try for the Shackle coming in as well. At least they're running away. They used a BKB charge on that Alchemist, which is down to 8 seconds right now, so that's good enough. But yeah, pickoffs are the way to go right now, and that's something that Mouse, of course, is very well aware of.
Yeah. Question is if they actually benefit from getting one more item on Alchemist and finishing that Curious and Bristol back here, even though they have the clock like we talked about before.
Yeah. So Cuirass. Is there actually a Desolator carry in this game? Not really, right? And not on either side. It's kind of a shame. I like Desolators. They're nice.
Yeah, but what do you think Alchemist is going for here?
In this case, I'd say, you know, he's actually not as farmed as I was hoping he would be around this point. Actually, what? He's sitting on 4.8k gold, that's why. I was wondering, like, he's highest on net worth, but most of it is still sitting in his bags, because if he didn't have almost 5k gold in his bag, he would be, like, the lowest of all the cores. But I'm... Like, he is going for an AC, right? I mean, that's gonna be his core item. Did someone else already pick that up? I guess that's something that Ace wants to buy?
I think... Yeah, Ace is getting one of them. The question is, someone should get something to be able to deal with Death Prophet getting pulled away. I don't know if Yules is really the key, but something, I don't know. Do you have any idea? Force Staff? That doesn't really help. It's so hard.
You can't build a Force Staff on an Alchemist. Well, you can, but it's just, it would be a waste of a spot slot. You have to
no,
big.
not on the Alchemist.
Not on the Alchemist.
But the question is, well, if he's getting a heart, I don't think that's aggressive enough.
No.
And still, he's not really tanky enough now, so I don't know. Rice is gonna die here. Or is he?
Or is he? Maybe. Link forward, forced up to the high ground, BKB turned on, Rise! Yes, I think you are dead indeed. Wow, Shackle managed to Timber Chain on the one place that there wasn't a tree, but it doesn't matter. Tamo out gets the kill, and the rest of the team of Mousesports, they're not able to do anything. So good pickup. Tamo out and Shackle, they have to be careful because they're by themselves. So I'm kind of surprised they still tried to go in there. But like, also, with the Aegis on the side of Relax, don't you think they should be trying to find a fight? Or are they just gonna, you know, wait until Mousesports make a mistake or something?
I think at this point they don't know if it's gonna run out or not, so they're probably right about that. But do you really think using Haunt for a Lion is worth it?
No, but I guess he wants to have assists and kills and stuff, so it's not too bad of a deal. Especially if he's not expecting to fight again in the next 75 seconds, and he has an Aegis to live anyway. By the way, I mean, with the with an Abyssal Blade up on the Alchemist, which I'm expecting him to get, he did pick up the Basher, but he doesn't put it on his inventory just yet, needs the last item. That will be great, because if they can initiate, and if he can get himself an Abyssal Blade up on someone like Nexus, or even Timbersaw, then yeah, that would be a good deal for sure, as it looks like Mousesports is going for another big push. They are. Oh, they're getting forced by bottom though, and Shacklo is going to be the one that gets his TP interrupted, and he will get hexed up, but he will respawn instantly. He might actually kill himself if he gets himself out alive. Nope, doesn't get to kill himself, but he is back alive already, of course. He should have killed himself.
That's still a good kill. Yeah, he should, but still a good kill for them.
Yes.
But I don't really know why they're worried about split push. I mean, Relax pretty much has no push. They will never trade with Mousesports here, but then again,
you can't base trade with this thing. Like,
okay, so there's the heart for Spectra, and the Abyssal Blade is almost done for the Alchemist, and we have the Curious. This is the time to strike, otherwise it's gonna be screwed, and the Aegis is just reclaimed as well.
Yeah, and this, well, it depends on if Mousesports thinks they can fight for the Roshan and take it. But it's rather like, I think that they can't afford to have a chance that Relax picks themselves up another Aegis. They need to fight right now. I agree.
Yep.
Let's see if they can. We've got an Aghanims up on Rise as well. I like it. More Finger of Deaths. Better yet, more painful Finger of Deaths.
Yeah, but he doesn't really have 16 yet. No, he doesn't. That sucks because the cooldown is so much lower on level 16.
Yeah, he's very close though. He just needs yeah, well, the thing is, if he's in a fight right now, he'll probably use it and he'll be on cooldown for the longer duration if he gets level 16 during the fight, which I think he will. If indeed the fight goes the way of Mousesports, obviously.
I think Alchemist, what he should do now is stand close to DP and just use his Assault Couriers on the Tame My Wild. That's the only thing he should do in this fight.
We'll see. BKB, Blink Lasso, they get themselves Hesta Joe. I think it's gonna be okay, or is it not? Is Hesta Joe gonna live? Yes! No, he's not. He is not. That's the only one that went down. Rubik still dropping very low as well. It's Ace trying to back himself out of the base again. Exist, his BKB is about to end because it's a very short duration still. 7 seconds, he'll die. That's gonna be a 1-4-2 because Crystal Maiden still did die on the side of Relax, but I don't think that Crystal Maiden minds because his team is wrecking stuff right now. Here's Rise and Crit that are here. Nice freezing field coming up from Crit, but he'll blink himself away. Triple kill for Dread, and I think we're gonna see another kill go in the way of Relax. That is a triple kill for the Visage, who is just spamming his W constantly. His Soul Assumption. Getting all those kills as well as the familiars. That's another good fight for Relax. They still lose their tier 1 to tier 3 tower though. I mean, that's the problem right there. They can't push, and if they're getting pushed, like next time they might lose their barracks and still get the fight going their way, but if they lose their barracks, sooner or later they're gonna get mega creeped.
The thing is, I think that the Alchemist should have been more ready on that jump, because they know that he's gonna jump the Death Prophet. Yes. Everyone knows that. So he should just be ready to... I think he could have had the time to do it there. Or was I just too positive?
Well, the thing is, they've normally been able to do that. They've normally been able to find the silences and the hexes, the telekinesis. They've normally been able to find it when they jumped in. And I don't know why, like, if he didn't click in time. Because it's been always not the Alchemist. Exist has not been doing the interrupting of the Blade Rider, so maybe he just was not prepared at all. I don't know.
Maybe.
He hasn't been done it the whole game. It has been done by other people, so you know.
Well, in that case, I think this Death Prophet should get a Lincolns, because that would be such a big thing. I mean, even if Taimawai can stop that Lincoln with using his Force Staff, she is not gonna go so far away from her team. And I mean, she was almost surviving that fight. I'm saying almost.
It was so close. It was really close. And Lincolns would have done the job, even if not for the Lincolns, then at least for the survivability that extra item gives it. I mean, she is sitting on 3k gold. She has only 3 stacks in her Bloodstone.
Yeah, stupid
and the Timbersaw is already back to 19. Oh, BKB turned on. Taimawai is jumping in. He might just be... Nah, this time the Abyssal Blade comes out. Taimawai gets picked up, and he does not have buyback indeed. So this could be the fight that Mousesports need. They only need to win one fight. They also get Dread down, but he buys back, but he's just a Visage. Nexus, can he make something happen? Gets a Finger of Death on his roof, has to run himself back to base. Ace and Exist still on the chase. Death Prophet still manages to die, but it looks like Relax is going to be on the back with this one, especially with another stun coming in. It's an ultra kill for Exist. He's looking for a Rampage, and I think he's going to get it as well. But Shackle, one more hit, one more punch. Rampage for Exist. Will die straight after because Nexus bought back. He got revenge. He's looking for more. He's looking for Ace. He's looking for Exist. The last 2 alive on the set of Mousesports. Those buybacks, without them, this game would be over. But they look for someone more. The Diffusal Blade slowing Crit down, but he'll try to fly himself away. Blinks himself away as well. Nicely done, Crit. The Familiar's still there, though, and they are still quite painful, as well as Shackler is coming into a tree. There's only one left alive on the set of Mousesports. It will be, of course, a Bristleback that lives through everything because he's Bristleback. But again, I mean, Relax, they won the fight, great, but I don't think they can get that much off the back of it. They get the tower, though, or at least the tower was already down, but perhaps they get themselves a start in the tier 3, but it's not going to be that much because already is a Death Prophet back, and only in half a minute an Alchemist is back as well.
Yeah, they need to pick up the Spectre again, which is not that easy. I mean, this was the perfect stun from Exist on the Taimawai Wild, and that made a really good fight, but Oh my god.
Well, that's gonna be Death Prophet dead
That
again.
can't
This
happen.
lasso working
That
out.
can happen.
They can't like this. This is a typical mistake that we see happen in pubs a lot, where your team is dead, your enemy team is pushing in, and you attempt to defend while you're being greatly outnumbered. Now, if you're a bristleback, that's slightly doable, but if you're anything else, then you're not going to be able to live through it. Not even a Death Prophet, as Ace actually just still chases, gets everything thrown at him, but he's not backing off. Apparently, he's just too damn confident in his capabilities. They are only able to take a tier 3 tower, nothing more, nothing less. And it's not going to be the end of the world for sure. Not going to be the end of the game for sure either. We have the gold graph back to where about the 0 line. I mean, I see that it's about 3k, but that's at 44 minutes into the game, 45 minutes into the game. 3k difference is nothing. Experience graph, though, still very much in favor of Relax because they have been getting most of the kills lately. The earlier kills, I mean, it is 26 to 36, only 10 kills difference. But the earlier kills went the way of Mousesports, while the later kills went the way of Relax. And it looked like Mouse wants to smoke up.
Yeah, they should get a pickup with this Lion. I mean, this Lion has Blink, Scepter. Oh, this is a bait. I hope they see that this is a bait. It would be funny otherwise. Yeah, oh, did you see that pigtail that they draw there? That's a super strategy right there.
Yeah, it's gonna be Crit knowing what he wants. He wants to walk around in circles. We've got Roche up again, by the way. They might be able to snipe it. There is some vision there, but of course smoked up and they don't see it, so... I'm like,
this could be a really
obvious one, right?
SDO should be careful.
Oh my god, this Roche goes down so fast! Holy cow!
Yeah, that was the fastest Russian I've ever seen, I think. What the heck was that?
That was one of the fastest Roshans. They are still gonna try and take the Aegis though. Exist is gonna be the target that he dragged back, but he is an alchemist with his acid spray on, or with his rather chemical rage on. BKB now turned on as well. He's looking for a target, looking for Timo out, won't be able to find it. He's gonna go back to his team to help out. The mechanism is gonna come out. KZI is the only one that gets stunned here. Exist doing this. Oh, that's an Abyssal Blade on an illusion. Freezing Field actually slows down Ace. They might be able to kill him off, but he had cheese, so he's gonna be okay. Exist. He is gonna lose his Aegis. Maybe they can get Ace after the cheese has already been burned. They are able to take him down before Exist actually gets back up, and Exist now in some trouble. Finger of Death coming out, still kills out the Crystal Maiden, but it doesn't matter because it is Exist that dies. Lion might be getting himself away. He actually, it doesn't look like it because Timo Wild is right on his tail and he's not looking to back off. Mana being drained, but it doesn't matter. In comes everything. Relax, take themselves 4 kills, 2 buybacks forced out. Let's see if their pushing power is enough because they are gonna need to push. Because otherwise, how are they ever gonna finish this game? They need to take down some buildings. Buildings, people?
Yeah.
Oh, they can't. Not
Everyone
anymore.
can buy out.
They can't anymore.
They're
They
gonna
at
lose
least,
the top melee as well. No, they go back.
at least, I mean, at least they get themselves the cheese gone, the Aegis gone. They got another fight going their way. They got even more gold. They've got this Spectre starting off his butterfly. He's close to having his butterfly complete now. At least fairly like close-ish, about 2k-ish. But it's just it's frustrating right now because if Relax only had one hero that would have a bit more pushing power, this game would have been looking so different right now. And there is your Lincolns right now, by the way. This is a very defensive Batrider with the Lincolns and a BKB, but now he's not going to get Abyssal anymore.
Oh, he got the Lincolns. I wanted the DP to get the Lincolns actually, but I guess it's really good at on the Batrider as well, of course.
She actually picked herself up a Vitality booster. So either she just wants some solid health and still wants to have buyback as well, which is, you know, acceptable. It doesn't have buyback right now, but it's on cooldown, so in 2 minutes you'll have it. Or she wants to have a Rod of Athos, which we have seen a lot build off today, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't like that so much now.
What, is Rod of Athos?
Yeah, in this match. I mean.
In this match. No, it's too much of a clash match rather than a chase match. I mean, if you're gonna try and if you're gonna be having vision on someone to get the thing off, to get the Rod of Athos off, then probably you're gonna get jumped already. I don't know, I don't think it's gonna work out. We have a smoke up again for Mousesports. That's something that Mousesports does often. Relax hasn't really smoked up that often this game. If they can find someone, I mean, everybody of Relax is on the top lane. It looks like they're gathering for a smoke as well, so they will be found here. Shaklo finds him first, turns on his beacon, he comes the last two, he drags the Death Prophet away. Can they focus him down before he's loose? No, they can't, but they can take him straight after. Bristleback has already died as well. Been bursted down on the other side of the fight. That's going to be another death, and that's bought back. Heroes dying for the second time. That's everybody wiped. This is indeed, could be very, 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 very well be GG. That was a complete wipe. Mousesports, they just smoked up, find themselves caught out, and the fight is happening on 3 different fronts. Nexus takes down Ace. Shaklo and the Shaklo and Tama Wild take down the Death Prophet as well, of course, as the Alchemist. This was just, that was the most perfect fight Relax could have asked for.
Middle barracks are under attack.
Yep, that was too bad. I was kind of hoping for a push strat to win over a rat strat here, but well, it's too late now when they lose
It wasn't necessarily a
Rax.
rat strat, to be honest. Like,
Nah, but 4 protect 1. I don't know. I like the mouse strat more. It would have ended the game faster at least. But I'm not saying they played rat Dota. I'm just saying I preferred the strategy of Mousesports indeed.
yeah, I can understand why it would be a more action-packed, while Relax's strategy required a later game, you know, approach with Nexus getting big and all. But it worked out for them. Relax, they gave away quite a bit at the start of the game, but never more than they could take back. And in the end, they end up with a very big gold advantage. Well, very big, 14k. They get themselves Hesijo again. The experience graph looks a bit different though, over 30k experience in favor of Relax. They take down the Death Prophet again. I think that Mousesports realize that it's probably about over. Crystal Maiden with the Lincolns on her, as well as the BKB on. Freezing Field, full duration, no problem. Crit will die. Nexus double kill. Nexus hexed up, stunned up. The Fountain still trying to help out. Abyssal Blade coming out, but the Fountain has changed targets. That's gonna be Alliance still dead. The GG gets called out. Exist gets himself out of the Fountain, well, or sorry, Nexus gets out of the Fountain while Exist dies. It will be Relax that takes it. What a game this was. Mousesports looked very strong, but Relax stronger, and it definitely proves what I said at the start of the game, that Relax seems to have found their stride.
Yeah, definitely. This was one of the better games tonight. Maybe the best. I really enjoyed it, at least.
Yeah.
And it's clear that Relax is it's a solid team.
It is. Had some good coordination. Had some mistakes as well, of course, with Tama Wild getting picked up a bit too much. But as you mentioned, it was difficult jumping in without a BKB to a team that has got a Hex and a Silence. So very well played, all things considered. And yeah, Mousesports, we've seen them having some good games as well, for sure. They've had great games actually in the last couple of days. But this one just didn't work out as intended. Couldn't close the gap early enough. They needed this game to end, well, about 20 minutes ago. Any last words, by the way? Any shoutouts or plugins, since this was the last game of the evening?
No, I'm gonna stop with doing that. I still never know what to say anyway, so...
You can tell people to follow you on Twitter.
But I don't care. So, well, they can follow me on Twitter if they want to. That's a nice thing.
Follow him on Twitter at Papa Kim Fallon. Fallon? How do I pronounce that?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
And never shave your beards. That's my last words.
Well, there you go. You had one.
Yeah, I did have one.
Never shave your beards. You heard it. Well, I have to disagree with that fact, so take note of that as well. And also, you have to follow me on Twitter at Cheever Gaming is, of course, the name. So... good, do that, and come again tomorrow, because tomorrow will be more StarLadder, just to run over the games quickly that are going to be happening tomorrow. We are going to see... Ooh, we're having a fun game. Fun day. OSG versus Rockskiss will be our warm-up game. Then the next game will be Na'Vi versus Empire. Then we're going to see Na'Vi again versus Rockskiss. Then we're going to see Alliance versus Power Rangers, and Power Rangers versus Mousesports. It is going to be a fun day for sure. So make sure you tune back in tomorrow, as... I'm sure you won't regret it. And go watch some Dota elsewhere, because I believe that the ISO Cup is still going on. Do that. And of course, thank you for co-casting with me. I had fun once again. And hope you did too.
Thank you for having me, Shiver.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Okay, well then I will see you also later. And everybody see you tomorrow. Oh, and you can stick around to watch commercials if you want to. That would be nice. Anyways, bye-bye.